slope of a line. Now, we'll just first understand what is slope and what it tells you. What does a slope tells you? So suppose you have a graph, and obviously you'll have the x-axis and y-axis. So this I'll call x-axis and this will call as a y-axis. And suppose you have a line. Okay, suppose my line is this. Now looking at this line, looking at the graph, you can tell one thing, that this is an increasing line, or the direction can be said. We can find out the direction. So it's going upwards. So going upward means it is increasing.
Yes.
Okay, going upward means it is increasing.
Hello.
Same way, if this would be going downwards. Same this would be if it is going downwards. Just give me a moment. Huh? Yeah. So if now looking at this graph, you can say it is increasing. Okay. But suppose if the graph is not there, if the graph is absent, then how will you know the direction of this line? That is it going up or is it going down? Okay. So that can be found out by the concept that is called as slope. Slope. So suppose you found out the slope of this line, and if the slope of the line is positive, okay, any number, it is any number, but if it is positive, that will denote that the line is increasing, okay, or it is going upwards. And suppose if it is other way around. Now this was where it is increasing. If it is supposed, like if your line is like this, now looking at the graph, what can you tell me what is happening for the line? It is going downwards. That means it is decreasing. Decreasing. So it is going downwards. So direction is downwards. But looking at the graph, I can tell that. So it is downwards. So it is decreasing.
So it is negative?
Yes. Yes. So when it is decreasing or when it is going downwards, the slope will be negative. Whatever number it is, it will be negative. Now the question arises, it is difficult to draw the graph all the time. Okay, at times it is difficult to draw, and it is very time consuming also to draw the graph and then see whether it is increasing, does it have a positive slope or does it have a negative slope. So for that, we have a formula of slope. So to find the slope, what you do is you take any 2 points on the line. You take any 2 points on the line. So I'll name here point A and point B. Okay, suppose point A has coordinates x1, y1, and point B has coordinates x2, y2. Then the formula for slope, it will be the ratio of y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, this will give you the slope. So y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. You solve this. You do the simplification. You will substitute the values of x1, y1, x2, y2, and after simplifying it, the answer that you get, that will be the slope of the given line. Is this formula clear? Any doubts in this formula?
No, clear.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing you know, if the slope is positive, that means my line is going upwards. That is, it is increasing. And if your slope is negative, that means your line is going downwards. That means the direction is downwards or it is decreasing. Is this clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So this is one. We have one more formula for slope. Okay, before that formula, one more thing. So now we saw two types of lines, one that is increasing and one that is decreasing. Two types of lines we saw. But now there are two more types of lines. So let's see that. So this was x-axis, y-axis. So we saw increasing, we saw decreasing. What if your line is like this? Like this. Is this increasing or is this
And it is
decreasing?
0.
Yes, 0. So it is neither increasing nor decreasing. So slope of this line, if you calculate using the formula, it will be 0. Okay, so in simple words, what you can say is, if the line is parallel to x-axis, then the slope of that line is 0. Clear?
Yes.
Similarly, if it is parallel to y-axis, what will be the slope of this?
Parallel to y is 0.
0, also 0. So this also 0. So if the given line, so this is also neither increasing nor decreasing, this one, okay? So if the line is neither increasing nor decreasing, then that we can say that the slope of that line will be 0. In simple words, if the line is parallel to x-axis, or if that line is parallel to y-axis, then the slope of that line will be 0. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now one more concept. Okay. The next concept is slope of a line using trigonometric ratio. So this is one second formula. So suppose you have the x-axis, you have the x-axis and y-axis. This is x and this is y. And suppose this is the line. I want to find out the slope of this line. So using trigonometry, we can find out the slope of this line. There's no need for me to find out, use the formula y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. There is one more formula. So what you have to see is, you have to see that this line, what angle it makes with the positive x-axis. Okay. What do you mean by positive x-axis? Only the right-hand side, only this portion. Yes.
Yes.
So you have to see that this line, what angle it makes with the positive x-axis. So suppose this line makes an angle theta, then slope will be equal to tan of theta. So you'll have to remember the trigonometric table values. Okay, we'll do that also. That is also quite easy. Sine 0, sine 30, tan 0, tan 30, tan 60, tan 45, and tan 90. These values you need to know. You will be needing to know. Okay, so directly, if you find out the tan theta value, that will be the slope of this line, and it can be
Uh,
positive, it can be negative. Yeah.
yes. Tan is opposite upon adjacent. Right?
Yes, tan is opposite upon adjacent. Right. Okay, so this is the second formula to find out the slope of a given line. So it will be tan of theta. And what is theta? Theta is the angle, I'll write, okay, angle made, this is also very important, it can come for MCQ, angle made by the line with the positive x-axis. Okay, with the positive x-axis. Okay, it can come. What is theta? In the slope formula, slope is equal to tan theta. What is theta? So theta is the angle made by the line with the positive x-axis. That is theta.
Yes.
Clear? Okay. Now we can go in to solve the sums.
I think trigonometry is the next chapter only. Sixth chapter is
Yeah.
yeah, sixth.
Oh, one more concept I'll do this. This is also important. This is likely to come. and that says slope of parallel lines. So suppose if two lines are parallel to each other, okay, not to the x-axis, y-axis, okay? I'm saying two lines, if they are parallel to each other, suppose you have one line like this, and another line is suppose like this. So both of them are parallel to each other. What will be the slope of these two lines? Will they be equal? So I'll call this line 1 and I'll call this line 2. So will slope of line 1 be equal to slope of line 2? Or will they be not equal? Equal or not equal? According to you, what it should be?
Equal.
Equal.
Because
Yes.
they are parallel.
Yes. Yes. And one reason would be that suppose if you want to find a slope of L1, you can find out tan of theta. So this theta and this theta, okay? The angle made by L1 with the x-axis and the angle made by L2 with the x-axis, both will be the same. Okay? Suppose if this is 30,
Okay.
then this also would be 30. And we know tan 30 is how much? Tan of 30 is
1 upon 2, no, 1 upon root 3.
Sine 30 is.
Is it 1 upon root 3 or is it 1 upon 2? I don't know.
1 second. Yeah, 1 upon root 3, correct. So both will have the slope 1 upon root 3 and they are parallel to each other. So from here, what we can conclude, parallel lines have same equal slopes. Okay.
What is tan 45?
1. So from here, we can say that parallel lines have equal slope. Okay, now we'll move on to this. Okay, we'll start with the first one, very basic one. So if you see, find a slope. Yeah. Find a slope of the line passing through point A minus 3, 5 and B 4, minus 1. Okay, so let's
After
start
this,
with
can we do that activity? Because that we may ask. So.
which one? This one.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So let's start with the solution. So here you take A, that is minus 3, 5. You take this to be x1, y1. And you take B, that is 4, minus 1 to be x2, y2. Now you know the formula for slope. One more thing, slope is denoted by the letter M. Okay, slope is denoted by the letter M. So you can directly write M is equal to, now you use the formula. Formula
x2
is
minus x1 upon y2.
Y1. Y is first. So y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So y2 is, how much is y2?
Minus 1.
Minus 1 minus y1, that is 5.
5.
Upon x2, that is 4, minus x1. How much is x1?
Minus 3.
Minus 3. Okay. So this now becomes minus 1 minus 5 will give you?
Minus 6.
6 upon. What about this? 4 minus of minus 3?
7.
Yeah. So this will become 7. So the slope of this line is minus 6 upon 7. Okay. So now you see this, we have got a slope. It is negative. What does negative slope tells you? That the line is
that it is going
upward or
up.
down, upward or downward.
Going downward.
Downward. Yes. Negative means downward. Positive means upward. So that means this line is downward. So it is going somewhat like this, down. Okay. Is this clear?
Done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
From last 2 days only it's not working.
So just write this one and then we'll go for the activity.
I'm done.
ये तो हैंग हो गया पूरा सिस्टम कुछ भी डिलीट नहीं हो रहा आपका कॉल भी उसमें डिस्कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा है इसमें
Okay. So we'll do this activity.
हाँ ओके हाँ नहीं कुछ नहीं हो रहा
Okay. In the
हाँ
figure,
बटन
that is
बना
in
हुआ है
this
इसे मुझे
figure,
अनम्यूट दिख
both
रहा है
line T and L, okay, both of them make an
हाँ
angle
अनम्यूट है
theta
वो बिकॉज़ अगर
with
इफ आई
the
क्लिक करना
positive,
देन इट इज शोइंग मी म्यूट कैंसिल हो रहा है वो
the positive direction of x-axis.
तो हम अनम्यूट
Okay,
दिख
so
रहा है
in this direction, so this is the positive direction of x-axis, and in this direction, both of the angles make the angle theta. Both of the lines make an angle theta with the x-axis. Okay, is this clear?
Yes. Also, our school had only like given us the activities and for homework. Like all this time, we had only this much for homework in the first chapter of algebra and in the fifth
Okay.
chapter of geometry.
Only
That
activity.
is why I told you that.
Okay. Okay. Line L, see the second is saying this line, therefore line L is parallel to line T. The line L is parallel to line T because both of them, okay, both of these lines make the same angle with the x-axis. That is the reason we can say that L is parallel to T. Okay. Now what I have done is consider a point A minus 3, 0 and point B 0, 3 on line L. Okay, so on line L, what they have done, they have taken a point B which is 0, 3, and point A, which is minus 3, 0. Okay, they have taken 2 points on this line. Is this clear?
Yeah, so A will be x1, y1, and
Yes.
E will be x2, y2.
So this x1, y1, and this x2, y2. Now they're using the formula for slope of a line. So if they're finding out slope of line L, okay, slope of line L, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So substitute it. What is y2?
3,
3. Minus, what is y1?
0.
3. What is x2?
X2 is also 0. And x1 is
Minus x1 is
x1 is minus 3.
minus 3. Okay, so this becomes 3 upon 0 minus of minus 3 will become, what will happen here in the denominator? What is 0 minus of minus?
Plus.
Yeah, so plus 3.
Plus
And 3 divided by 3?
1.
1. So this is 1 here.
Okay.
Okay. Now what they have said, actually this activity is not completed in the textbook itself.
Yeah, that is okay. But
So
they just asked us to fill the boxes. So that is
yeah.
why I was.
So what they have said that, so this last line, what it says, you do the same thing what we did here, same thing you do on this line, and you find out the slope. So there also you will get 1. So both of the lines will have the same slope. Is this clear?
Yes.
You can write it in pencil in your textbook.
Yes, done.
We'll start with exercise. We'll start with 5.3. Now this is also very easy. Okay, so we'll start with the
Here we
first.
will be using tan values.
Yes, correct. Tan values. So angles made by the line with the positive direction of x-axis are given. Find out the slope. Okay, so let's start with the first one. First one is 45. So 45 degree. So let's see, we'll write the solution properly. So solution, slope, that is m, will be equal to tan 45. And we know the value of tan 45. How much is tan 45?
1.
So slope of this line is 1. Now exact same way we'll do the second one. Second one says 60. So how much will be 60?
1 upon root 3. No, root 3. Only root 3.
Only root 3. Yes, correct. So this will be slope is equal to tan 60 degree. So, and we know tan 60 is root 3. So the slope of this line m is equal to root of 3. We have one more, I think,
Yes.
90. What about 90?
90, I don't. 90 is we cannot find.
Do you know sine 90? How much is sine 90? 1 or 0?
1.
Sine 1, yes. And cos 90 is 0. And we know tan is sine upon cos. And 1 upon 0 is not defined. So, correct, you said. So, slope here is not defined.
Are these values ka table given in
Sorry,
the?
in the textbook. Yeah, in your
Yeah.
trigonometry chapter, it will be there.
It's on page 127. The whole table, even cosec, cos, and cot.
We'll see that later. We'll move on to the second part. Find the slope of the
I
line.
just write the thing in the textbook itself, right?
Yeah.
Exercise.
Yes. For the first
Okay.
one, I say. For this one, right?
Yes.
Tan. Yeah.
Yes.
So in this one, see, find the slope of the line passing through the given points. So first one is A, 2, 3, B is 4, 7. So what you do is, you take A to be x1, y1, and you take B to be x2, y2. And now use the slope of the line formula. What is slope formula? Y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Can you substitute the values and
7
solve?
minus 3 upon 4 minus 2.
How much is 7 minus 3?
4 upon 2.
4 upon 2, which is 2.
1. Oh, sorry, 2.
2. So m is equal to 2. Okay, write it down. Write this down.
Yes. Done.
Okay. Can you do the fifth one? Solve this one. Find the slope
2,
of
3,
this one.
4 is for homework.
Yes. Solve this first and tell me.
Half, 1 upon 2.
Correct.
Also, Renuka teacher has told me to get the targets. So, do I get targets of maths 1 and maths 2 also?
She has asked you to purchase a target
Yeah. So, science.
for science. According to me, you don't require target, but if you want, you take it. Okay, if you want, you take it. But according to me, it's not necessary. It's not important. Okay, if you feel that this will help you in practicing, then you take. Okay, so will you be able to do the remaining sum of question 2?
6 also.
Yeah, for homework. Okay, see, simple formula you have to use. Okay, so I want you to do all of this portion. We have done, I think, just first one, and you have solved fifth one. So 1, 2, 3, 4
Yes.
sums for homework for you. Okay. Now we'll see this one. It says, if you see, read the question properly, it says, determine whether the following points are collinear. What is the meaning of collinearity? You remember?
Whether they lie on a straight line or not.
Yes. If all these 3 points, if it lies on the straight line, then we can say that we'll say that these 3 points are collinear. Okay. And what
So
did
it will
we
be
do?
this.
Yeah. Say.
So it will be the same that A will be x1 y1, B will be x2 y2, then B will be x1 y1, then C will be x y2, and then A and C.
What I was asking is, in the first exercise that we did, showing that the points are collinear, what did we do there?
First we found out AB, then we found
What
BC, then we found
what
AC.
AB? What AB? What?
Distance of
Distance.
AB.
Yes. Yes. First you found out distance AB, then you found out distance distance BC, and then you found out distance AC. Okay. And if the great you took the bigger side, and then you took the remaining
Yes.
2 smaller side, and if that was equal, then we would say that it is collinear. Now we can use a concept of slope, which is very much easier to find out whether the given points are collinear or not. Now how you'll do that? So first what you do is, you first find slope of AB. You first find out slope of AB, and then you find out slope of BC. Okay. Can you first find out slope of AB and tell me how much will it be?
Okay. AB is 2 upon 1. You're on mute.
Okay, 2 upon 1 means 2, correct? In the same way, can you find for BC?
Yes.
We get for BC.
BC is also 2/1, 2.
Yes, correct. So now you see slope of AB and slope of BC. Both of them are equal. Both of them are 2. Now, when the slopes are equal, you can say that points A, B, and C are collinear. That means they lie the same line, straight, same line. Okay, is this some clear? Collinearity. And the slope of AB and slope of BC.
So we will not find AC.
No need to find AC. 2 is enough.
Done.
Even if you would have found out slope of AC, that also would be 2. Okay, but there is no need to find out for AC. Finding out for 2 is enough. You can show that it is, since they are the same slope, you can directly conclude that both of them are collinear. Okay, even if you go to find out the slope for AC, it will be the same. It will be 2 itself. You can try. Can you do the third one? Can you tell me whether this is collinear or not?
Hello.
So I should find LM and LN.
Yes.
No MN.
Yes. Slope of LM and slope of MN.
One.
What did you get? Can you repeat?
Ln is -2 upon 1.
So this will be -2. What about Mn?
-4 upon 3.
Minus?
-4 upon 3.
How did you get -4 upon 3? So x1. 1 minus what is M? Mn, right? Mn, you're finding out, right?
Ln. The second one, Ln.
First was Lm, then was Mn. Okay, okay. Can you just show me? Can you show me? Five minus 2 and 1 minus 5 and okay, it's correct. It's correct. What you did also is correct. So what can you conclude? Is it collinear or not? You found out Ln you found out, and that you got -4 upon 3, correct? So they are not same. So what it is then? Is it collinear or not collinear? Will it be or no?
Not collinear.
Not collinear. So write a final answer. Slope of Ln not equal to slope of Ln. Hence, so you can say hence points L, M, and N are not collinear.
Yes. Rest all of your homework.
Will you able to do the 6th one for homework? Just there is one fraction into it, but the method will be the same.
And rest of all of them.
Yeah, same.
नहीं अभी मैं उनको बता के रखती हूँ ना जैसे मेरा पर्सनल लैपटॉप का मैं कुछ भी
5, 6.
Yes. Okay, you'll able to do the 6th one, right? Just there is just one fraction into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do the 4th one.
This one died.
Okay, in this question, if you see, A, B, and C are vertices of a triangle. Then find the slope of each side. Okay, so what they have said that triangle is given, and they have said that A, B, C are its vertices. Okay, vertices means they are the end points. So A has coordinates 1,
1
minus 1.
1.
B has coordinates 0, 4. And C has coordinates -5,
-5, 3.
3. They have asked what they have asked. What they have asked, find out the vertices or find out the slope of each side.
Side. So 3 times you have to find the slope.
Yes, first AC, then AB, then BC. Will you able to do this?
Yes.
So you'll do it for homework?
Now? Oh,
For
okay.
homework?
Yes.
Because the other
Yes.
sums are important. So because this is
Okay.
very easy, directly you use the slope formula and find out for each. We'll discuss your solution in the next class.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Parallelogram you have to do it 4 times.
Okay, in fifth one, what is said outside?
So 4 times you have to do the.
Yes. 4 times you have to find out. Yeah.
I should do that also for homework.
Now, only one thing that you have to note here that they have said show that it is a parallelogram. Okay, you have to show. That means, so this is A, B, C, D. You find out slope of all the sides. You find out slope of this side, slope of this side, slope of this side, and slope of this side. Okay, and then at the final step, once you finish, you say that slope of the opposite sides. Okay, slope of the opposite side should be equal. That means slope of AP and slope of DC should be equal, and slope of AD and slope of BC should be equal. So you will say that slope of AB equal to slope of DC. Okay. So when these two slopes are equal, and finally last you will say that slope of AD should be equal to slope of BC. Okay, that means opposite sides are parallel to each other. So if this is equal, then you can directly conclude that ABCD is a parallelogram. Is it clear what has to be done in this sum?
Yes, yes.
Okay. We'll do the sixth one. Sixth one is a little bit different. So they said find K.
The sixth one they have given the slope and you have to find K.
Yes. So in this, slope is given. Slope, that is M is equal to -2. Okay. R is given 1 comma -1 and S is given -2 comma K. They have asked to find out the value of this K. Okay. So you take this to be x1 by 1 and you take this to be x2 by 2. Use the formula for slope. Slope is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Substitute the values. What is M?
-2.
-2 equal to. What is y2?
K.
y1
-1.
divided by x2
-2.
minus x1.
-1. 1
x1
but
is 1.
-1.
Yeah. That. So now we'll just simplify this. So this is -2 equal to K. Minus of -1 will become
Plus
+1 divided by -2 minus 1.
-3.
That -3. Now what you do is now you do cross
-3
multiplication.
go on the left side.
Yeah. So this become -2 into -3 is equal to K plus 1. How much is -2 into -3?
-6.
Multiply. You're multiplying. Minus into minus is
+6.
Yes. So this will become +6 equal to K plus 1. Now you take this +1 on the other side. So what
5
will
equals
happen?
to K.
Yes. So 6 minus 1 equal to K. That is 5. The value of K is 5. Is this sum clear?
Yes.
Write it down.
Done. You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Okay, we'll stop here. We'll stop here. For homework, I want you to just try 7th and 8th. Try. If you're getting well and good, otherwise we'll discuss it in the next class. Okay. So that is tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll do this and we will discuss the sums on
Practice set.
problem set. What?
Problems.
Yeah, problem set. We'll discuss the sums on problem set, definitions, MCQs, and remaining middle sums we'll discuss. And if you have time, practice sums from the problem set also.
And submit this homework till tomorrow.
From this exercise 5.3. Unmute.
Yes.
5.3, you submitted just before the class, see that you just submitted so that we may discuss it. Then I can just, from your PDF only, I can do the correction. Okay? So we'll stop here.
Oh.